This is Sylvia Saber with OpTv Global Headlines. Starting with the top international stories for the day. Pakistan's Prime Minister Imran Khan has expressed concern over the deteriorating security situation in Afghanistan, which according to him could have serious repercussions for both Pakistan and Iran. Prime Minister telephoned Iran President-elect Ibrahim Raisi and congratulated him on his victory in the presidential elections and strongly underscored the need for a negotiated political solution to the conflict. Pakistan's Prime Minister Imran Khan called upon the global community to mobilize their institutions so India's rogue behavior can be stopped. Following a detailed briefing about the blast in Lahore, the Premier said that the planning and financing of this heinous terrorist attack has links to Indian sponsorship of terrorism against Pakistan. The US Embassy in Kabul will continue to operate in Afghanistan as concerns of a shutdown rise given the uncertainty in the country amid the military pullout. As directed by President Biden, we will continue to have a robust diplomatic presence in Kabul to carry out the range of work we do with the government and people of Afghanistan. We have no plans to close the embassy said on Twitter. President Joe Biden celebrated U.S. Independence Day on Sunday with an upbeat assessment of a country he said is roaring back to post-pandemic life, even if COVID-19 has yet to be fully vanquished. Biden paid tribute to those who have lost their lives, with the staggering number of deaths in the United States now at more than 600,000. A controlled explosion has brought down the unstable remains of the collapsed apartment block in Florida ahead of a threatening tropical storm, with the confirmed death toll at 24 and 121 people missing. Authorities had said the unstable remaining structure posed a threat to search and rescue teams still at the scene. Taliban fighters have taken over a dozen districts in Afghanistan's southeastern and northeastern provinces in the last 24 hours as the United States continued to withdraw its last remaining troops from the country. Panjwai district governor said Afghan forces and the Taliban clashed during the night, resulting in government forces retreating from the area. Up next, we have the national updates. The 22nd martyrdom anniversary of Captain Colonel Sher Khan, Shaheed Nishan-e-Haider, is being observed across the country. DG ISPR Major General Babar Iftikhar said the Kargil war hero from Sawabi wrote history with his blood, displaying utmost valor, commitment and unwavering allegiance to defend the country against all odds, and we're proud of him. Prime Minister Imran Khan paid a day-long visit to Gwadar and reviewed progress on different development projects and break ground for other mega projects. During his visit, the Prime Minister, accompanied by members of his federal cabinet, witnessed the signing of a number of memorandum of understandings, including Implementation Agreement 1.2, MGD, Desalination Plant and Solar Generators Grant for Balochistan. Experts have warned that a famine-like situation may arise if water crisis continues and the issue is not resolved in a timely fashion. The outlet per capita availability of water in the country is 1100 million cubic meters per annum, which is dangerously low. In Punjab, one has to go to a depth of 600 feet to draw groundwater, while in the past one had to go to a depth of 50 feet only. The Pakistan People's Party has lashed out at the government, alleging that puppet rulers are afraid of Bilawal Bhutto Zardari's upcoming visit to the US. The party's statement comes in response to remarks from the Prime Minister's aide, Dr. Shehbaz Gill, who had accused the PPP of trying to seek a backdoor deal with the US through Bhutto's upcoming visit. The Governor of Sindh has highlighted the issues blocking execution of mega projects in Karachi. Governor Imran Ismail said that the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf and the Pakistan People's Party have their own ways of looking at things that may keep projects in Karachi moving ahead. Here is a development of Karachi that the federal government had the mandate for and for which there was an amount of rupees 900 billion set aside, but there are hurdles here too, the governor said. PMLN leader and former Minister of State Abid Sher Ali's wife passed away on Monday. Ali's wife Fatima was suffering from a heart ailment which claimed her life, confirmed rescue officials. Up next, we have the health updates. Pakistan reported 1,347 new cases of the novel coronavirus in the last 24 hours, marking the fifth consecutive day of 1,000 plus daily new cases. Another 19 people lost their lives in COVID-19 over this 24-hour period. Country's positivity rate is currently 2.97%. France faces the risk of a fourth COVID-19 wave by the end of July due to the progression of the Delta variant of the virus. The country's health minister warned. Around 30% of new COVID-19 cases detected in the country are linked with the highly contagious Delta variant, according to the latest health data. Indonesia is facing oxygen crisis amid worsening COVID surge. Hospitals are struggling at the limit of their capacity, with one reporting that 63 patients died as it grappled with depleting oxygen, while the government has ordered oxygen producers to prioritize medical needs. Up next, we have the sports updates. Middle order batsman Haris Sohail's inclusion into the squad for the first ODI against England at Cardiff hangs in the balance as the cricketer is still experiencing pain in his right leg. The three-match ODI series between Pakistan and England, which is also part of the ICC Men's Cricket World Cup Super League, will commence from Cardiff on July 8th. Formula One champion Lewis Hamilton has extended his contract with Mercedes until 2023, according to the team. Hamilton will reportedly earn $55 million a year under the new deal. He has won 6 of his 7 F1 titles with the outfit since joining team in 2013. Up next, we have the business updates. The United Arab Emirates on Sunday criticized the current oil output deal among OPEC Plus alliance members. While OPEC Plus leaders Saudi Arabia and Russia support extending the deal, the UAE wants to lock in an increase in production before agreeing to an extension beyond April when the current agreement expires. The National Accountability Bureau has established the Anti-Money Laundering and Combating the Financing of Terrorism Cell to check financial crimes and illegal transfer of resources. However, the main responsibility to investigate terror financing cases will still lie with the Federal Investigation Agency. Price of CNG has increased as gas stations reopen after 2 weeks in Karachi. Consumers in Karachi have complained that the pump station owners have fixed the price of CNG at Rs 140 per kg, marking an increase of Rs 16 per kg increase in the price of the gas. In response, CNG Association of Pakistan calls emergency meeting over hike in CNG prices. Up next, we have the updates on science and technology. Chinese astronauts have successfully performed the country's first spacewalk. They worked for 7 hours on the outside of the new Tiangong station in orbit around Earth. Their tasks involved elevating a panoramic camera outside the Tianhe core module, as well as testing the station's robotic arm. The FBI warns of scale of a major ransomware attack against a US IT company could mean investigators won't be able to work with every victim individually. The FBI said it had opened an investigation along with the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency and other US federal agencies to understand the scope of the threat. That's all from this bulletin. For more updates, do stay with us and keep watching OpTv Global.